This chilling clip comes from a night shift security guard patrolling a quiet corporate complex. At exactly 2:15 a.m., he received a tense radio call from the CCTV room. A strange figure had appeared outside, and he was ordered to investigate immediately. As he cautiously approached the spot, he found only disturbing emptiness, no one around. But what happened moments later would leave him rooted in terror. Peering cautiously over the wall, the guard seemed locked onto something just out of frame. Instantly, his body convulsed with fear, and he dove behind the wall, desperately seeking cover from his recent sighting. Seconds later, disembodied, pale legs appeared, sprinting across the property's edge. Even more disturbing, this figure arose from a nearby lake's inky waters, prompting the terrifying thought: what thing crawls from a dark lake at 2:15 a.m.? Overcome with dread, the guard immediately ended his patrol, fleeing inside. Had it been a human, he wouldn't have reacted with such terror, leaving viewers to question what supernatural being might have surfaced from the lake's gloom. As with many ghost encounters caught on camera, this enigma persists. Around May 17th, a California couple, buzzing with anticipation, headed out late for a concert. Santa Cruz's iconic Blue Lagoon bar awaited their favorite band. Saviat captured their joy on Instagram, a truly wild, unforgettable night. But only 3 days after that post, Savvy dropped a bombshell, a far more disturbing truth about that night. On their drive home, something inexplicable occurred, a moment caught on their dash cam. "Time to go and hang out," Savvy had originally written. "Now," she explained, "my boyfriend and I were making our way home from Santa Cruz, navigating those dark, twisting downhill roads. The highway, California's notorious Highway 17, earned its chilling nickname, Killer 17, from its alarming history of deadly crashes. Yet this night didn't bring another accident. Instead, it delivered an encounter of pure, unadulterated dread. The following footage reveals precisely what they faced. Watch closely.
Okay? Someone was in the middle of the road.
Yeah, I'm not even on the gas right now.
Navigating the highway, Sabi and her boyfriend experienced sheer terror. A mysterious figure suddenly materialized right in front of them. The dark road had shown no sign of anyone or anything until that last fraction of a second, when a shadowy silhouette emerged just inches from the passenger side. A logical mind would conclude they'd nearly struck a person. However, the rear dashcam's footage told a profoundly stranger tale.
Okay? Someone was in the middle of the road.
Yeah, I'm not even on the gas right now.
Perplexingly, the rear camera offered only blackness. Sabi and her boyfriend anticipated seeing the figure behind them, but the highway was unnervingly vacant. The front dash cam had undeniably recorded a spectral shape standing on the road. Yet, in an instant, the phantom had dissipated completely. the couple began to profoundly question their reality. With many drivers reporting similar encounters on this deadly route, Savvy grew convinced they had indeed filmed a ghost, perhaps one of the many lost souls of Highway 17. The most chilling thought lingered. If they'd panicked and veered to avoid the specter, they might have easily joined the ranks of the deceased on this cursed pavement. Even now, the incident torments and puzzles Sabi and her boyfriend. No one has offered an explanation for what their cameras recorded that night. The unsettling mystery endures. Serena, a mother with 2 young kids, had just tucked them into bed after an exhausting day, then sat on the couch, hoping for quiet and television. But fate had a different idea. A troubled poltergeist seemed bent on shattering her calm, unleashing a storm of supernatural chaos that turned her peaceful night into a true nightmare. Serena was alerted by odd, loud noises from downstairs, enough to wake her daughter, though her son surprisingly kept sleeping. Frustration instantly turned to dread as she went down to confront the disturbance, only to find complete chaos. Chairs flew and moved wildly in a hidden room, as if tossed by invisible hands. Mother and daughter were left terrified and disoriented, clinging to each other, spending the night sleepless and afraid, unsure how to guard their home from this unrelenting haunting. Share your thoughts in the comments below. A woman was sent by a realtor to clean a normal-looking home. Strangely, she'd been called to this very property many times. The realtor hinted that new tenants never stayed, breaking leases quickly, but never said why. One late night, alone in the unnervingly quiet house after the last tenants left, she began cleaning, not knowing she was about to witness something terrifying.
Esta casa se ha limpiado muchísimas veces porque la gente no dura rentando. Rompe el contrato por una u otra cosa y tuvimos que venirla a limpiar el día de hoy porque ya mañana se van a mover. Se las quiero enseñar. Lo raro es que dice el realtor que no dura la gente. Esta casa se ha limpiado muchísimas veces porque rompe el contrato a la gente. Ay, no mames. Ya es noche. Estoy sola. Chingados estoy. No hay nada. Esta pinche casa la han rentado un chingo de veces. Y no sé por qué rompe el contrato la gente. Ay, no, déjenme regresar, sí, porque me dio cosas a la pinche puerta.
Dusting near a hallway, she watched in disbelief as a door creaked open on its own. No one was there, and the suffocating silence only amplified her fear. Determined to finish, she cautiously moved down the corridor, inching toward a pitch-black room where an eerie presence seemed to wait.
¿Te imaginas? Para que la gente rompa el contrato acá, es porque de plano no aguantan a vivir aquí. Y ahorita les voy a enseñar lo demás para allá. Déjenme prender la luz. ¿Dónde está la luz acá? Chingada madre. Ahí está. Ok, ahorita les voy a enseñar. Esta es una recámara. Se está poniendo ahorita tenso. Entonces, el Señor dice que ya van varias familias que rompen el contrato. Voy a dejar grabando, pero la neta ya me está dando cosa. Se escucha el ruido para acá. No sé qué sea. Escucha mucho ruido. Yo creo que me voy a tener que ir.
The unsettling quiet was soon broken by faint, inexplicable noises reverberating through the house. Fueled by fear and curiosity, she summoned her courage to find the source, unknowingly heading towards a far more terrifying revelation. Nearing the darkened room of origin, a chilling sight appeared. A dark figure ominously crouched in the corner, faintly discernible yet undeniably present. Fortunately, terror had already seized her, and her sole impulse was swift escape. She paused just long enough for one last scare.
Tengo que ir a apagar la luz de ella porque se está poniendo ya. Ay, no. Creo que voy a regresar mañana mejor. Yo me voy a la chica. Esa pinche luz, la de acá la tengo que apagar.
As she turned to escape, another door swung open chillingly, confirming her need to flee for her life. Following this dreadful encounter, she finally understood why every tenant deserted the house so fast. The property appeared undeniably haunted, with new residents likely never told about the grim paranormal activity within. What do you believe? Is this house truly cursed? Drop your thoughts below. A woman attempted a solo Ouija board session inside a place rumored to be haunted, recording the entire event on her phone. She sat down, placed her hands on the board, and began asking questions. At first, the atmosphere was calm, until everything suddenly took a disturbing turn.
Or am I speaking with the devil right now through this Ouija board? It is not Brenda. You've just said it's Brenda. It's not Brenda, is it? Oh my God.
A loud, unexplained bang echoed through the building, jolting her. Almost instantly, she noticed blood starting to drip from her nose with no clear cause. Rattled, she quickly ended the session and rushed out of the location. The woman insists she had never suffered nosebleeds before and believes the Ouija board may have unleashed something dark. Skeptics, however, suggest it could have been nothing more than stress, fear, or even dry air triggering the sudden bleed. A man lay on his couch late at night, simply trying to relax. The house was silent when he suddenly heard a strange noise from inside the room. Thinking it was nothing, he pulled out his phone to record, just in case. Then, without warning, the room went dark. Moments later, the light flickered back on, and that's when things turned chilling. One of the pillows on his couch was no longer in place. Instead, it hovered mid-air, suspended between the ceiling and the couch. Could this be clever fakery, or was it something truly paranormal? A man says he was about to head to bed late one night when something caught his attention. One of his old dolls, which had been sitting untouched on the shelf for years, appeared to move ever so slightly on its own. At first, he thought it might just be his imagination, but he grabbed his phone to record. That's when he captured this. The doll's hand seems to shift. He insists that he was completely alone, and that no fans, strings, or drafts could have caused the movement. So was this just a trick of the eye? A small vibration making it slide? Or is there something more sinister connected to the doll? A family says their Ring security camera has been recording strange events outside their home late at night. On multiple occasions, they've heard footsteps on the porch, even though no one was there. One evening, the camera picked up something chilling. A dark, shadow-like figure darts across the porch. It almost resembles a human shape, but its features are indistinct. The figure runs unnaturally fast before disappearing into the night. The homeowners say nobody was outside, and after reviewing the footage frame by frame, they're certain it wasn't an intruder. In the US, a man says he checks his security footage every morning just to make sure everything is normal. But one night, his camera captured something that left him shocked. A glowing white form drifts slowly across his garden. It hovers for a few seconds, almost as if it's observing, before floating out of sight. The man insists there were no lights, fog, or bugs that could explain the strange apparition. He claims it moved too smoothly to be a glare or camera glitch. So was this simply a malfunction? Another man says he has been plagued by intense poltergeist activity inside his house. Late one night, he heard a loud crash from the kitchen. When he rushed in, he found cups and dishes scattered across the floor. But what happened when he began filming is even more unsettling. As he records the mess, one of the dishes slowly slides across the floor all by itself. He's alone in the room, breathing heavily in disbelief as it happens right in front of him. He swears no tricks were involved and says this is only one of many nights where unexplainable events occur in his home. A mother says she checks her baby monitor every night while her daughter sleeps. But one night, what she saw left her deeply disturbed.
So I've never seen something like this in my kid's room before. And I've never seen real activity, like proof. Never seen proof. But that's the only spot in the room that.
On the screen, a glowing white figure appears in the corner of the nursery. The strange shape lingers near the crib, as if watching over the child. The mother insists there was nothing in the room that could have created the glow. No toys, no lights, no reflections. She believes the monitor caught something supernatural. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, then please subscribe to Shivers and ring the notification bell beside it to get notified of future creepy videos. I will really appreciate that, and I'll see you next time.